First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Wa Rakakodash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. I have the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Now, when you look at the Israelite man, we're under the curses right now. And a lot of women will actually hold that against you. See, in this world, people are actually looking at you based off your status in the society, based off of your financial status, based off of your clout status, okay? Based off of how others view you, how others perceive you. When you come into this ministry, we have to have a sense of humility. Going out on the streets, bringing out this word, that is a sense of humility, okay? You may have been a brother back in the world. You had big hopes and dreams in this world, but then you had to set those hopes and dreams to the side so that you can gain Yahweh Shai. And for a lot of women, that's a turnoff to them. One thing about women, they like men with ambition. And we're the most ambitious men in the whole entire world. But because of our lifestyle, because of our humility, because of how the Lord wants us to move, people overlook the men of the Lord. People despise us. Okay, and then these women, they might actually find you attractive, but because you're not in your prime, so to speak, seeing that it's their time, it's their world, they got an inbox, full of men trying to get with them, they're not going to give you the time of day. Okay? And one thing about women, they're not really into a humble man. They might say they want a humble man, but in their eyes, he's lacking ambition for some women. Okay? As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. And the proud hates humility. And there's nothing more proud than Esau, and along with Esau, a whorish woman. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. So the whoredom of a woman may be known in her proud looks and eyelids. A woman will have these long eyelashes, not even knowing they're cumbrellas. They're cum catchers. For when a man blams on her. These women crazy, but the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks. So a proud woman, that's a sign of a whore. A woman that's full of body, she got all them demons in her, man. She got different men's sperm fighting within her. Matter of fact, speaking on that. So one thing about a woman sleeping with many men, a man and a woman, when they come together, they become one flesh. Literally, because that man's DNA basically takes hold of her, so to speak. So let's say you have a woman and she has multiple men going in her, being two or more men going into her. Those men have sperm that actually fight against each other. A man has something known as fighter sperm. And that fighter sperm is there to basically fight off what doesn't seem right. Sperm that doesn't come from the same man, just to keep it simplified. I'm not a scientist in this. Okay? I'm an average Joe doing my best to break down the scriptures, man. Okay? I'm not Bill Nye the science guy. Now, you have fighter sperm, and they fight off other sperm, or they fight off, different bacteria within the woman's womb. So if one sperm is fighting against another sperm and it kills it, and that sperm is just laid dead within that woman, it begins to stink. So then it creates a smell over time. Well, a man literally puts his spirit on a woman. And these women, a lot of them show that they have a lot of bodies in them because they take on the spirit of masculinity and they take on the spirit of pride. Okay? And remember, the proud hate humility. And you can tell a whore by her proud looks. A proud woman is not looking for no humble man. A proud woman is looking for a man who's already, set in this life. She's looking for a man that's already made it to his peak, who's already in his potential. She's not looking to grow with the man. She's not looking to be submissive. Okay? So one thing about us being in this ministry, a lot of people don't understand that we're going to receive everything, but we're not in our time right now. And women are too carnal to understand that. Now let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So here we are, we're living humble lives, man. But then you look up and you see some adulterous ass person making it in this world. You're seeing some witch make it in this world. You're seeing someone who lacks wisdom make it in this world. And that can make you angry. That can make you envious. And that's what pisses me off. I don't mind seeing a man win, but I hate seeing a man win when he's a scumbag. I hate seeing a man win when he is not righteous, when he's not upright. That infuriates me, man. But see, these women don't understand that money doesn't make a high value man. A high value man is going to be a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he's making us more precious than fine gold. In fact, let's grab that right quick and I'm going to jump back to this. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So the Lord is going to make a man more precious. It didn't say as precious or kind of like gold, more precious than gold. This is speaking of a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Humble men, we live average lives. Whether we have to clock in, we might own a business. We live basic lives, but we're not millionaires and billionaires. We're not pulling off in Ferraris, and then maybe one day we're pulling off in a Porsche, then another day we're pulling off in, whatever we're pulling off in, okay? So a lot of women, based off of what the world is telling them, they feel like a man is supposed to have the Porsche. He's supposed to have the big spanking mansion. He's supposed to be able to, go to his bank account with millions of dollars. That's what makes a man. But yet you have trannies, men dressed as women who are multi-millionaires, counting hundreds of dollars on camera. Okay? Hell, I just seen recently a tranny counting money on camera. This tranny by the name of Shamar, man. Ridiculous. Okay? Looked like he was birthed by two pieces of shit, man. Literal shit. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So an Israelite man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be made more precious than fine gold, but we're not in our time right now. Right now, we're in a time of seeing these wicked people prosper. So back to Psalm 73 and 3, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And that's vexing. To see idiots win, to see wicked people win, man, that shit is vexation. Let's go down to verse 12. Let's go down to verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And you have so-called black women talking about how they need to get a white man. They done with the brothers. They tired of struggling. So basically, they're showing you who they are, man. Even going back to slavery, what people don't understand, it wasn't always women being forced to sleep with the white man. Women were seeing the Israelite man beat down so much that they willingly were going to the bed of the so-called white man. Because in a woman's mind, look, I'm trying to survive. In a woman's mind, I'm trying to live in pleasure, which just means she's dead while she lives. Okay? We are in the time of Esau and those who serve Esau, his minions. We are in a time of them winning and prospering. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. And remember, the proud hate humility. Okay? There's nothing more proud than the so-called white man and these wicked women. That's why when you go all the way back to Genesis, all the way in the beginning, it was the serpent and it was Eve. So for certain brothers who are struggling with women, women are giving you a hard time. Now, you have to take responsibility for yourself now. That can play on you based off of you need to get some things together within yourself, but also we're just in a wicked time. These women are not playing fair, man. Okay, they're judging you based off what they see. They don't see that you're a man of the Most High. They don't see that you're called to do something that's more important than any other duty in this whole entire earth. They're not looking at you like that. They don't understand that you're going to have the whole universe under you. They're not looking at it like that. Verse 12, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And that's why a lot of women will pass a man up because he's not rich. He's not in his prime. He's not in his time. Because these women are of the world. Okay? The scriptures clearly tell you in the book of Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 33, the fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. So before we can receive honor, we have to go through humility. So if brothers don't have millions of dollars right now, brothers don't have a 10-car garage, even if you had those things, you still have to leave it behind. So it really doesn't matter. That's why when you go down to verse 16, it says, better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. And as the saying goes, more money, more problems. It's better to have little with the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, than to have treasure and trouble therewith. Here it is. You have all these different houses. You have all these different cars. You have all these different women. And now you have all these different problems that come with it. With each woman in this society comes problems. Especially seeing she's not going to be no virgin. So who knows what demons she's going to bring. The more money that you spend and invest in things, the more you're putting yourself in bondage to be, enslaved to these things. Even on a small level, if somebody was making $100,000 a year, right? But then the first thing they do is get an $80,000 car, you're not doing too good. You're still living paycheck to paycheck. So here it is. Somebody might have great treasure, but then trouble comes with it. They get themselves caught up trying to please women, trying to be something that they're not, being focused on things that don't matter whatsoever. So let's go back down to verse 33. Proverbs 15 and 33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. So we have to go through our humility right now, because this is what's going to bring us honor. Okay? And a lot of women are not going to see that within us until we actually make it, or until we are in the time of Jacob's trouble actually cracking off. Okay? Because there are certain men in this truth, they're going through what's known as a dry spell. Women been giving them a hard time. They can't really deal with the woman on a level that they want to, which is a natural thing. Okay? But this is what comes with being in this wicked society. Pride. Okay? A man being judged wrongfully. All right? And one thing about the Lord, he hates pride. He sees how these women are basing a lot of men. The Lord can't stand that. All right? So now let's go to the book of, what is that? Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before God and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. So pride is hateful before Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and man. Somebody being proud will get them robbed. Somebody being proud will have people whispering about them, about how much they can't stand them, how much they hate them. Well, guess what? Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, also hates pride. And it's a very proud thing, seeing how women are basing men, basing a man off of his financial value, basing a man off of how others in this world perceive him, and you don't have, some sense of having a conscience that, okay, this man may not be rich, this man may not have it all, but he's actually carrying himself like a man. He actually works. Okay, he's not scared to get dirty if he needs to bring home some money. Women today, you got to look like a goddamn, what's that word? When you look like a man and a woman put together. You look like, there's a word that's at the tip of my tongue. I can't think of the word right now. But the spirit of Baphomet. Women love a man who's effeminate, loves a man with tattoos all over himself, has a lineup. At least looks like he's doing something in this world. Because of how people judge you, how people rate you in this society, they rate you how the world rates you, man. Okay? Pride is hateful before the power in man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai cannot stand pride. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai can't stand you women who are judging a man off of carnal values. You don't have a spiritual bone in your body. Okay? And we have to understand that being rich in this world, you do have to sell out most of the time. There's really no way around it. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And what Esau will do, he'll take our people, use them to promote all sorts of abomination because they have no moral integrity. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. So the righteous, being the Israelite man, is more excellent than his neighbor, being Esau and the rest of the heathen. But the way of the wicked, being Esau, seduceth them. So Esau is seducing our people to sell out. And now women think a real man, is based off of his finances. And that has nothing to do with what makes a real man. Okay, a man is a man who serves Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and right now we're going through our humility. And the Lord is going to give us our honor in due time. Let's go to Psalms chapter 138. Psalms chapter 138 and verse 6. Though the Lord be high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly, but the proud he knoweth afar off. So here it is, the proud hates the humble. But the proud don't understand that the Lord is dealing with the lowly. The Lord is dealing with those of a humble mind. Because before honor comes the humility. Though the Lord be high, yet he hath respect unto the lowly. But the proud he knoweth afar off. So the Lord isn't showing any favor towards any of you proud people. You women are proud. You devils are proud. But just seeing how a man gets judged today just shows you that, we are in a proud time. You can lose your job for 2 weeks. And for that 2 weeks, now you're a bum. Okay? You don't get no time to bump your head. You can't make no mistakes in the eyes of these people because now you're a loser. That's the pride of this world. And the Lord is going to bring a lot of judgment to this society, man. Okay? And because women being attracted to money, it causes men to say, you know what, I'm going to just, I'm going to sell out, or I'm going to go hit the streets and try to be the next kingpin. Like, all that shit is played the hell out. Here it is, the dollar's about to collapse, right? That drug lord shit is played out. That gang banging shit is played the hell out, okay? But because men want to please a woman, they'll try to get that fast money, okay? Because they don't want to go through humility. They don't want to go through waiting. Proverbs 20 and 21, an inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. And that's why, men end up falling over a woman, end up getting caught up in a trap, okay? End up getting put in a situation that he can't get out of, and his own money can't even save him, okay? Because you're trying to follow behind a creature that's full of pride and is judging you with a proud mind. Women will even tell you, well, I don't mind a man having multiple women, but he should be able to afford those women. And then in their mind, they're thinking, well, he's supposed to be rich. That's not what the scripture says. According to the scriptures, if a man was to have multiple women, there's only three things that typically he's supposed to provide for. It didn't say nothing about him being some rich guy who lives in a mansion. That's that pride though, right? So Exodus 21:10, if he take him another wife, which means he already has a wife, and he takes on another, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So if a man was to have one wife or multiple wives, his duty is to make sure that she's fed, she's clothed, and she's getting the Dennis Rodman. All right? That's just what it is, man. And if women feel in their mind, well, I can't have no man that's willing to have other women on the side and blah, blah. Look, a woman like you is not going to make it. And then you'll say, well, if he was a millionaire, then that's different. You're going against the scriptures and you're talking in your pride, because a man's duty is food, clothing, and sex. That has nothing to do with having all these different mansions, all these different cars, right? That has nothing to do with that. A man can do that just working a normal job. The thing is, you women are not in order. It's you women who are full of pride. It's because of you women we all have to die. Okay? That's just the fact. Now, let's go back to the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 25 and verse 24. Oops, made a mistake there. 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And there are men who literally die behind women. There are men who literally try to make themselves into something they're not, all to please a woman. A woman, she's so engulfed in the world, she has all these different needs and wants, and the man feels like it's his duty to jump through hoops of fire to please a woman with a gaping hole of unfulfillment, right? Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. But women want you to have it all. They judge you based off of, the money you have, your height. They judge you based off of your status, your popularity, how others view you. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to bring judgment to this world. A lot of judgment. And women, wicked women, are not going to be void of that. Okay? Because not keeping the law, according to the scriptures, you are a dog, and a female dog is a bitch. Let's just grab that. In Revelations. Revelations chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Okay, so if you don't keep the commandments, if you don't feel like these words are profitable, you're a dog. And if you're a woman who doesn't feel like these words are profitable, you're a bitch. You're a dog. Okay? And going back into a proud woman, that's a shameful thing. These women are full of pride, man. They're full of themselves. Sirach chapter 22 and verse 5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. So a proud woman should be despised. And it's just too bad that, these women are judging men off of carnal matters instead of judging a man off of what really matters. Does he believe in the Lord? Is he trying? Okay? Is his mind in the right place? Okay, is he willing to be a protector? Is he willing to be a provider? That doesn't mean you don't do anything. Women think today a man is supposed to just have one woman and then be working overtime so that he can provide for her while she stays at home. Right? It's just craziness, man. We live in a very, very just proud time, man. A very unjust time. Let's read this again. Matter of fact, I'll just read this one again. Sirach chapter 22 and verse 5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. And the heavenly Father too now. So a woman who's bold, she's despised by her biological father, the man that she's married to, and the heavenly Father, because he don't like pride either. Okay, and seeing that we're in a time where favor is shown to the wicked, the ungodly prosper, instead of women having an understanding of that, women will straight up throw you through the ringer, throw you through the fire, and tell you that you're not a man because you can't afford to get this kind of car, you can't afford this kind of lifestyle, so you can't get with her. And here it is, she has a gaping hole of unfulfillment. Anyway, so the time's going to come where the Lord is going to set up the Israelite man on high. And before that comes, we go through our humility. We have to suffer the shame that comes with being in this world. But guess what? As long as we do what these scriptures says, we're going to get all of our heart's desires, man. You better believe that. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 17. Humble thyself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worm. So don't let these women, cause us to break out of character. Don't allow these women to cause us to want to move proud, because these women love pride. In their mind, that's ambition. We are the most ambitious men on the earth. The men of the Lord. Lord willing, we're of that number. There is no man on earth more ambitious than we are, because we're talking about ruling the universe, having everything under our subjection in righteousness. There is no one more ambitious than that. But right now we have to humble ourselves, okay? Humble thyself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms. So Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for giving us this truth. We have to hold fast that which we have. Let me grab that if I can find it, and I'm going to close it there. It's in the book of Revelations, chapter 2 and 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. So we have the truth. We have everything that we need. Okay? Even if we don't have, the most money. You have brothers in this ministry. They might not be 6 foot. Okay, you have brothers in this ministry. They might not have the 6-pack. These women want the 666, right? Because they're of Satan. The 6-pack, the 6 figures, and at least 6 inches of Rodman. Now, guess what? When the Lord changes us, we're going to be on a whole different level, man. We're going to be on a whole different level. And all the women who reject us now, or even if women aren't necessarily rejecting you, because you have to really put yourself out there to be rejected. But what I mean, women aren't really trying to show their interest like that. Basically with the woman, man, she'll check you out for 3 seconds and you done missed it. Not even considering women are checking you out, but women aren't like us, man. They glance, they look away. You would never know. But at the same time, you do have men who are struggling in this ministry with women. They can't get no woman. Women are judging them based off of how they see them, how they view them. They don't see the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in you. Well, guess what? But that which ye have already, being this truth, hold fast till I come. Hold on to this truth, man. And guess what? Verse 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And that includes these women. Okay? Our people are going to be willing once we have power. So as much as they try to shame us now, they judge us now because we don't have the lineups, right? You have certain men in this truth. They might have patchy beards, or they might not be able to grow a beard at all. And a woman will see a man with a full beard like Aaron and think he's more manly than the next man. You have men with huge beards getting bent over. Because again, what makes you a man is not what this world tells you, but being a servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's why the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is raising up his men, because the vibration is changing. The real men are coming back, and it's starting with the man of the Lord. Okay? I said I'd close it there, but I'm going to close it here. This is the whole duty of a man. This is what makes a man. To hell with what a woman thinks a man is. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the power and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. There you go. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Wa Rakakwadash. Lord willing, this was simple and edifying. Shalom.